Well, I think Strangelove is a stroke of genius, but as someone says in the movie that you wouldn't need to be General Jack D. Ripper, a lieutenant could have started World War III. That's pretty shocking. I mean, that's pretty shocking. And when you read about how, even when actually Secretary McNamara, who's interviewed in the film, gave his very last interview in the film, wagged his finger at me and said, nations will be destroyed. And when he exited that interview, he said, that's it. And he sort of left the stage, and he knew that he was never going to give another interview, and he died very shortly thereafter. It was the first interview I got, and I knew he was dying, and I knew he wanted to speak to me about nuclear weapons before he died, and he did, and he's amazing, and he's in the movie. But he had actually, as Defense Secretary, insisted that the military put security codes, and Strategic Air Command SAC didn't want this to happen, and finally begrudgingly installed the security codes, then set them to all zeros, 12 zeros, and then told everyone what the security codes were. And in fact, at the beginning of every shift, they had to repeat, what they were, just in case anyone was forgetting. So, thus nulling any sort of security aspect. But it's sort of somebody makes the point in the movie that a perfectly secure nuclear weapon is a perfectly unusable one. And so I think that's a kind of interesting point as well, is that, in order to be able to ever activate these things, they've got to be a little bit unsecure.